You are now listening to About That Business, hosted by Rom Wills. Rom Wills is an entrepreneur and personal coach who has helped people reach their fullest potential personally and professionally. Take it away, Rom.
Keep promoting yourself. I'm going to tell you what, let me read this quote that came across my IG feed, right? And I'm not even sure where it originally came from. You can never tell with these memes, right? But it says, keep promoting yourself even if your content gets 10 likes and 0 comments. They are watching. Keep branding. Keep going. Stay consistent. I'm going to tell you what. All you need is that one person to see your stuff. That's all you need. You just need that one person. Many of the steps I've made to get to this point, I'm just saying I'm very successful at this point with social media. And there was a point I was at my social media presence was basically non-existent. Didn't have that many YouTube videos. I had like one channel that I wasn't taking that seriously, right? And because before I'd been working on a blog, and the blog is part of the story, right? But I just stayed consistent. I just kept going. Now look where I'm at now, right? Now here's the thing. Here is the thing. You got to keep going no matter what, even if you don't get it, right? Like I know someone right now, dear friend, I'm going to make sure she get this video, right? She'd been blogging on and off for a few years. And yeah, I'm going to be talking to her about this. She had been blogging on and off for a few years, right? And first she used to get some attention, but all of a sudden she writes something now, 0 comments. And, she was supposedly like keep going, but she didn't. And that's why I'm going to have to talk to her, right? You got to keep going even if you don't get it. Get comments. Nobody's looking at your stuff, right? There's been plenty of times like when I had my blog on my main channel, on my main website, right? On my landing site. I always call that the site everybody like goes to, right? When I had my main channel, right? I mean, my main thing, I used to do a blog every Sunday morning. And it took me 3 or 4 hours to write the blog, and it'd be like a long essay. As what my friends say, man, you be writing books on there, right? And I learned to keep it short. That was one thing. That's another part of any business as an aside. Learn to evolve, make it more palatable for the reading public or whoever your customers are, regardless of the business, right? But I remember I write these long things, and I would get few comments on it. I would share it on Facebook. Few people would respond, right? But I kept going. I did it every Sunday. I wasn't getting any money for it. Getting very few likes. Very few likes. Few comments, few likes. I kept going. What happened was one person saw the blog, one of the blogs, liked what he saw and shared it with a bigger community of people. And part of that is how I got on YouTube. That's how I'm here now. Part of that is part of my popularity now. But all it took was that one person to see it and like it. You got to understand, a lot of times people, I'm going to tell you what, when you look at anybody successful, anybody popular, regardless of what they do, if you really check their back, they'll look like they big and everything, but people don't realize they didn't just come out of the blue. They probably did a lot of, they'll tell you, they failed a lot. And they'll probably tell you, I've been writing this blog for years. Nobody was watching. Or they didn't think anybody was watching. But they kept going. See, understand something. There's no instant success. And you got to build an audience. You got, and that's even if you marketing something, you promoting something. And I've seen people like that. I've seen people try to get websites started, message boards, and they didn't keep going. They were like, this ain't happening. I was like, dude, you gotta give it a while. It might take a couple years before people really like jump into this. You got to stay with it. If that's your dream, you got to stay with it. You got to keep branding. You got to figure out how to get people there. But the thing is, it's not even so much as people. It's just the right person. All you need is the right person to see your stuff. Because one of the things that I got big on was word of mouth. And I had other people, they saw what I had and liked it and started telling other people. That was a big case on YouTube. That was a big case on YouTube. I had people telling other people, say, oh yeah, you got to check out Rom Wills. And people come see my material. And then, you know, I've had plenty of people. That's one of the reasons why I promote other people. That's the biggest reason. I don't charge any money. I don't charge any money, but somebody hit me up, say, hey, can you talk about this or can you promote this? Yeah, sure. Because people did it. But you gotta stay in there. You gotta keep branding your stuff. You gotta keep going. And the last part of that quote, stay consistent. You gotta stay consistent. Like I'm gonna tell my friend with her blog, I'm gonna say, look, you may not see anybody responding to anything, but they watching, they pay attention. You gotta stay with it. Because all you need is that one viral. That's all you need. You just need that one. You need like that one. It might be that one post, that one person who sees it and say, oh man, I like this. Right? Like a story like I like to tell, right? I remember I did a book signing in the Baltimore area at this restaurant. It was a vegan restaurant. Like people, it was just Yabba Pot restaurant. Some people who listen to me who live in the Baltimore area might remember that, who were part of that. That was the one that like that holistic community type of thing. If you were like in a holistic or nationalist or Pan-African type of community, you probably knew ate at Yabba Pot at some point, you know, a decade or so ago, right? The thing is, I did a book signing there. It was free. All I had to do was just show up, right? You know, I set my book up, had my one table, right? Right? I got one person who got a book. One person, right? Nice doctor, right? I'm a PhD type of doctor, right? And it was just one person. Now, some people might be dismayed and it's like, oh, I didn't make any money or something. And trust me, I needed the money at the time. It turned out this doctor sponsored like seminars and stuff. And she ended up sponsoring me for a seminar where I not only sold more books, but made more connections. And all told, just from her, I probably made several $1,000s, right? You just need one. And see, the key to that is I didn't give up. I didn't say, oh, I'm not going to do it. You got to keep doing it. You know, it might be just, you know, I know you thinking, like a lot of people think, you know, in terms of how many people are liking it. Don't go for the likes. Go for the quality. Like even now, I get a lot of people who hit me up. And they'll say, you know what, Rom, I don't really comment, but the stuff that I learned from you has helped me. Like I had one guy, I worked with him. He follows my stuff. I worked with him. And he hit me up privately. He hit me up privately, say, yeah, Rom, you know, you really helped me with all your stuff. You don't know. You keep going because, honestly, with commenting and likes, don't get too caught up into that. Don't get caught up. You want to reach people. You want to reach people, and everybody's not going to say anything. Like, for myself, I rarely comment on videos. And I think it's a genius video, but won't say anything. You know? And I'll like it. And honestly, when I like it, that's more just to keep it in my, you know, I can get to it again. I can go through my library and go get to it again. But don't get caught up into that. Don't get caught up. It's good for the ego and stuff. But, you know, if you're in business, you got to be, okay, who is getting something from it and who can multiply this something. So like I said, you might get, all you need, like you might have that one. It's like if you're a writer or something, right? You write a book, you self-publish it, right? You toiling out there. You might have sold 100 copies, but one of those copies was read by an editor of a major publishing company. They get the book, all of a sudden they were like, hey, look, we're going to give you a 6-figure contract to write some books for us. I really like this. That's all you need. You got to keep going. When opportunity comes, it don't come as a boom, but it might just be that one thing. And you got to stay consistent. You got to stay consistent. You got to keep promoting yourself. So anyway, right, that's it for today. I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.